Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the new channel. One thing I want to say right off the bat is that this video is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be polished, but who cares, right? The whole point is just to get it out there so I can get what's in here out there so that I can help you. The reason that I'm starting this new channel is because I realized something over the past few days. And I've spent the past decade putting an insane amount of information into my head, trying to sift through all that dirt out there, trying to get to the gold that will actually help me and allow me to change my life and get me to where I want to go. And the thing that I realized is that, you can't make a decision based off information that you do not have. And one of the pieces of information that I have now, as I just realized half a second ago, is that I say the word way too much. But the only way that you can get better and do better is if you know better. So I've spent an insane amount of time getting information so that I can make better decisions. And there's a lot of garbage out there. I've read thousands of books. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on my own self-education. Now, most people out there will say that when you're putting together a site like this, or a channel like this, that you should niche down, find a specific avatar and target market and go only to them, so you're speaking only to them. So don't go after teachers, go after, female teachers that are 23 years old in Cincinnati, Ohio, that wear green sweaters on Tuesday. Therefore, you know exactly who you're speaking to. Great for marketing, makes a marketer's job a lot easier. But this site right here, it's not about a niche market. It's about being human. And that's it. All human beings only want two things. They want happiness and they want hope for a better future. That's what everything we do in our life is about, that. And all the information that we try to go after is just us trying to find those things. How do I find the knowledge I need so I can learn what I need to know, so I can do what I need to do, so I can get what I want to get? Because anything you want in your life, that's exactly the process you need to go through. Is you reverse engineer it. What do I want? Okay, what do I need to do in order to get that? Okay, what do I need to know in order to be able to do those things? Okay, where can I learn that stuff? And anytime we're out learning, that's what we're after, is we're digging through all the dirt, trying to find that little piece of gold that will help us get to where we want to go. And whenever I'm in bookstores or whenever I'm talking to people, they're like, what is the book I should read? Like, there's one magic book out there that will solve all their problems. And that's not what you're doing. That's like going to a stream and saying, what's the one shovel of dirt that I should put into my gold pan that will change my life and make me rich forever? That's not the way it works. You need to pick up the dirt. You need to sift through it to try to find a little bit of gold. You put that in your pocket, and then you take another bucket of dirt or pan full of dirt. You sift through it and try to find another little nugget of gold. You put that away. There is no bucket or shovel full of gold or pan full of gold that you're going to pick up and be like, oh my God, I have 15 bars of gold in my pan. It's not going to happen. So when you're going and educating yourself in this new era of self-education, which is amazing because you have full control over your entire life. I always say you can, I know nothing, but I have the ability to learn anything. It doesn't matter what it is. One of the areas that I'm focused in is the construction industry and trade companies and stuff like that. And there's 4 million trade companies in between the United States and Canada. If you have an electrical company, it does not matter what problem you have in your business. Somebody else has already solved it. So why are you smashing your face against the wall trying to solve the same problem that somebody else has solved? There's 2 reasons for it. One is ego, and the other is we're afraid to go out and ask for help, which is also, that's tied to ego. We think we're the owner. We should be able to go out and solve all the problems. So why would we ever go out and ask somebody else? Because then we'll look weak. Well, nobody knows anything. Nobody knows everything. They just don't. You know things that I don't. I know things that you don't. And that's what this is about. It's everything that I've learned, all the dirt that I've sifted through, all the gold nuggets I found. I'm just like, here, take the gold. Don't worry about the dirt. Just take the gold and use it to help you build the life that you actually want to build. And I can't remember off the top of my head who it was that said it, but they said the good thing about knowledge and ideas is, see, said it again, feel free in the comments down below, just put, do you know you said 46 times? Because I probably will. But they said that if I have an apple and you have an apple and we trade apples, we still only have one apple each. But if I have an idea and you have an idea and we trade ideas, now we both have two ideas. Now if we go trade with somebody else, we have two ideas, they have one idea, and we trade ideas, now we both have three ideas. This channel here is me giving you my ideas. I'm not going to have any less ideas because I give them to you. I'm not going to have less knowledge because I give it to you. I'll probably have more because they say that when you learn something, you learn it once, but when you teach something, you learn it twice because you learn it when you learn it and you learn it when you teach it. You refine it. You actually learn it better when you teach it because you can refine it when you teach it. So this whole thing here is not about the niches. It's about being human and how do I help you work your way up Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I call it Maslow's mountain, to be able to help you become fulfilled. There's two different types of happiness in life. There's pleasure and there's fulfillment. We'll go into this in a later video, but they're both linked to survival. That's all happiness is. It's a reward for you doing things that help you survive. That's why they say that after you make $70,000 a year, you're not going to be exponentially happier after that. The reason why making more money after that, because $70,000, it takes care of the problems in that hierarchy of needs that allow you to survive. So food, shelter, clothing, water, things like that. $70,000 a year takes care of that. After that, the hierarchy of needs, things like love, self-actualization, self-esteem, self-transcendence, those things aren't about money. It's about you being valuable to other people. Everybody out there wants to, get paid and, be valued, but nobody wants to be valuable. The only way you are valued is if you're valuable. And that's one of the things, one of many things we're going to go into on this channel is how to be valuable to other people. And it's totally selfish. I'm out here doing this because I'm selfish, because I want to help you so you value me, so it makes me feel valuable, so I feel good about myself. Realistically, it's so if I'm valued by a large tribe of people, I feel safe. Safety means fulfillment. I'm happy. I don't have to worry about anything. And fulfillment, that's one of the biggest things, is actually a reduction in anxiety and stress. If you're not worried about the future, you're fulfilled, you're happy. And the thing that will bring you that more than anything else is other people loving you and valuing you for the value you bring to their life. So one of the things that I realized, and the reason why I'm now building this channel, I've had other channels before that were niche specific, so the bar industry, the trade industry, what other ones did I have? I had a couple other ones as well. The reason why I'm doing this one is because I just want to talk directly to humans. I don't care who you are or what you do. It does not matter. Some of this stuff will absolutely change your life. Some of it will be irrelevant to you. It doesn't matter. The whole purpose is to open your eyes, to give you new information so you can make better decisions so that you can go out and steer your life accordingly. one of the best examples I use is, you remember when you were a kid, those connect the dots coloring books, so 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, to 100. Oh, look, it's a teddy bear, and then you color it in. That's what life is like. And if I showed you, I say a lot as well, like most people do when they're speaking to a camera or other people. If I showed you a page with 3 dots on it, like, hey, connect the dots. What is it? You'd be like, it's a triangle, idiot. And I'd be like, no, it's a teddy bear, idiot. And I connect 100 dots. And you're like, well, there weren't 100 dots there. There were only 3. No, you could only see 3 dots. I could see 100 dots. I had the dots, so I could connect the dots. And that's all information is. Any human being out there that has what you want has it because they have information that you don't, that allowed them to connect those dots and get those results. If you get the information, you can make the decision to get the results. And like I said, you have to sift through an insane amount of dirt in order to find the gold. Most people aren't willing to do that. They're like, I read one book and I'm not a billionaire. I made like one YouTube video and I don't have 40 million followers, so I must just be a failure. Like, it's other people are lucky, they have connections, they have, they have all this stuff I don't, and that's why they're successful. It's sad, but it is what it is. No, we're all the exact same. Realistically, the only thing that separates us, outside of physicality, I'm not Shaquille O'Neal, I'm not the world's strongest man. But as far as making a decision goes, if I have the information, I can make the same decision. Should I go left or should I go right? Well, don't go left. There's a coyote down there. Well, okay, I guess I'll go right. Well, what you didn't know was there was 4 grizzly bears if you go right. So you probably should have gone toward the coyote. You didn't have the decision, so you ended up as grizzly bear food. You have to have the information. And so that's what this is. And so why I decided to do this now is because over the past couple of days, I've realized a few things. And I've tried to narrow everything down to simplicity. And as I was going through some stuff, I came up with, it's funny, it's almost a 1-page business course, life course, and then I came up with a 1-page business plan. And what this is me connecting all the dots, and it was for myself. It's not for this. But one of the points in here is what made me do this. So in business, all you're trying to do in business is you're trying to solve problems for people. Literally, you want to get rich? Solve lots of problems for lots of people. Peter Diamandis says that. Solve a $1 problem for 1 billion people. You're a billionaire. Or you can solve a $1 billion problem for 1 person. You're a billionaire. So there's something called, there's a guy named Blair Warren, and he has a course. It's called the 1-Sentence Persuasion Course. And it says, in it, he says that people will do anything for those who encourage their dreams, justify their failures, allay their fears, confirm their suspicions, and help them throw rocks at their enemies. And you can see that. That's why tribes stick together. It's like, oh, you're a Red Sox fan. I'm a Yankees fan. Oh, there's another Yankees fan. Hey, help me throw rocks at these Red Sox guys. Now we're best buddies because we don't like those guys. A common enemy unites. Or you can look at Democrats and Republicans, every other animal species and humans. And what was funny is going through that on the surface level is one thing. It makes sense. Yeah, if you're telling me why, if you're encouraging my dreams, if you're helping me, not be scared, if you're justifying why I failed, and if you're helping me throw rocks at people I don't like, for sure, we are friends now. It's funny, I was in the film industry in my 20s, and and when you go to film school, they teach you how to break down scenes and sentences or scripts into acts and scenes, sequences and beats and things like that. And you break it down into its smallest parts, because there's a difference in the way you can say certain lines and the meaning behind it. Alex Hormozy uses one that he got from, I can't remember who he got it from, but I know I've heard it before. But if you take 6 words, I didn't say he hit his wife. You could say that so many different ways. I didn't say that he hit his wife. 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 It's, 6 different ways of saying the exact same thing. So when I look at this one sentence persuasion course by Blair Warren, people do anything for those who encourage their dreams. Okay, people. Well, what people? There's lots of people out there. So who exactly am I focused on? And why do I want to help them? Why do I care? What dreams do they have? Breaking this down is very important when you're trying to figure out who it is that you want to help in life. And it's not just a business thing. It's about being valuable. It's about being, finding fulfillment through helping other people. So I don't want to encourage your dreams if I don't believe in your dreams. That doesn't make sense. So I need to figure out who I'm actually dealing with. And what I did was I broke all of this down into something very simple that I can use to direct myself and figure out exactly how do I get from, hi, my name is Brandon, and I want to help you with whatever you're struggling with, to the point where you're like, oh my God, thank God you showed up in my life. Here's my wallet. Please show me how to get from here to here. Because here's where I'm stuck. Here's where I want to be. I don't know how to close that gap. And for the love of God, if you can do that, you're my new best friend. And that's what a leader is, ultimately, is, we put all these different explanations around it. But a leader is just somebody who leads. And what is that? It's, oh, okay, we're right here. We want to be over there. So let me show you how to get from here to there. Let me lead you over there. And so that's exactly what I want to do in everything that I do. And that's what helping people is all about. So what I realized is there's 6 things, and they correlate with this, with Blair Warren's course, but I refined it to make it actually useful. Because what Blair says is it's very pragmatic, and it sounds good, and you can look at that and be like, okay, well, how can I do that better? But it doesn't really take you through a step-by-step process of how to utilize it. So I simplified it into something that makes every part of the business process and life process very simple. And so it's just 6 things. Number 1, people are scared. They just are. Anybody you deal with, anybody you want to help, they're scared. We're all scared. We're scared little monkeys. We're scared of not being valued, not being loved. And that goes back to our primal being of, well, if I'm not loved by the tribe, I will die, because they'll kick me out of the tribe and I'll die. So with any human, when you're helping them, you want to alleviate their fear. And that goes into, people will do anything for those who allay their fears, right? So if you can make me not feel scared, I will love you. Simple example. If I could give you a course on how to go up to the person of your dreams and have unbelievable confidence and never feel an ounce of fear and close that deal every time, what would that do for you? If I could take away your fear, if you can take away somebody's fear, they will pay you to do so. So I realized that, people are scared. Okay, so all we're doing in business or in life is we're helping people not be scared. Okay, simple enough. Well, who are we helping? Well, it depends what you're doing and what situation you're in. Right here, how I'm helping people not be scared is Number one, I want to show people that it's normal. You are a train wreck. And guess what? We're all train wrecks. Every single one of us. All we're trying to do every day is do a little bit better. Nobody, like I've worked with billion-dollar companies, I've worked with celebrities, I've worked with tons of people. Nobody has their life figured out. They just don't. Everybody tries to do a little bit better every single day. So that's the one thing we need to understand, is that people are scared and our only job is to go out and help other people. That's how we become valued. Marketing, what I realized, is just enlightenment. That's all it is. I am putting a message in front of another human to open their eyes, to get them to understand something that will help them get a little bit closer to where they want to be. And the more information that I put out, the more I can help them, because the more obstacles I can get out of the way between where they are and where they want to be, because it doesn't matter what it is. I studied military strategy a while ago, and every war is fought for the same reason: to bring a future that we wish to see into existence. Now, when you look at that and you go to plan a mission, you look at the end state, what is it that we actually want? Okay, cool. Where are we? What are all the obstacles standing in our way from bringing that end state into existence? Okay, now what weapons can we use to get rid of those obstacles? It's not just violent weapons, it can just be weapons of persuasion. What weapons can we use to get rid of the obstacles so that we can bring what we want to see into existence? So enlightenment is just revealing the things that are standing in your way and giving you the weapons you need to get rid of those obstacles so you can get to where you want to go. Because, like I said before, the only thing stopping you from being wherever you want to be is just what you don't know. So marketing is simply enlightenment. It's showing you that I have information that can help you. So if you want more help, keep coming back so I can keep helping you get to where you want to go. And that's what this is. That's why I'm starting this channel, is so that I have a consistent place to deliver information, to be able to light the path for people to where they want to go. Imagine it's like a road from where you are to where you want to go, and there's 1,000 streetlights along the path. Every little nugget of information I deliver to you is just me flipping a switch, and another light comes on, and you're like, oh, that's the next step. Oh, that's the next step. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. And that brings us to the next part of the situation, or of the process, which is sales. Sales, it's so, everybody thinks it's so sleazy. I hate sales. Sales is so stupid. Salespeople have given salespeople a very, actually bad salespeople have given salespeople a very bad reputation. All sales is helping people. That's it. What's your problem? My car's not moving. Oh, okay. Well, want to buy some gas? Because if you put some gas in there, it'll start moving. Oh, you solved my problem. Thank you. But ultimately, sales, when done right, it's not about me. It's not about my products. It's about you. And more specifically, it's about your confidence. Sales is about confidence building, because I can give you all the information in the world. But you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that you can get from here to here, and that you will be safe in doing that. I need to take your anxiety, the anticipation that is negative in the form of anxiety, and I need to move that into anticipation, which is positive, in arousal. So I need to have you see the future as being awesome, so you run towards it. I need to build your own confidence in yourself so that you can go out and build the life that you want to have. And that's all sales is. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're in even if you're, say, selling used cars, me selling you is me building your confidence in the fact that you're making a good decision. Because the only reason somebody doesn't buy is because they're afraid to screw up. I'm not going to buy that. I look like an idiot because that's a bad decision. So my job is to build your confidence so you believe and know, and not believe in like, I'm swindling you, manipulating you. No, it has to be what's best for you. And that's what, where people have given sales a bad reputation, is when they do what's in their own best interest instead of somebody else's best interest. Sales can be the most altruistic thing in the world if you're doing it in the other person's best interest. So sales is all about building confidence. Marketing is all about enlightenment, so we can help empower people. These people that are scared to death of everything, because every human is. We're just scared little monkeys running around trying not to die. So if we can enlighten them and build their confidence, we can be very valuable to them. Now, so the next one is the creative. So the creative which you create, so these videos or a promotion or even a one-on-one phone call, or it doesn't matter what it is, that's the multiplier. That's the coefficient which determines how big you can scale. So if I make this video, I'm making it once, and it's going to take me 20 minutes, half an hour. I talk a lot, so it could be even longer than that. But I make it once. Then I might have to edit it, upload it, which can take forever. But once I'm done that, I never have to do it again. How many people is it going to have a relationship with? How much marketing? How many people is it going to enlighten or build confidence in? A lot. Why? Because the creative medium allows for mass exposure. If we were having this conversation one-on-one in person, that's a one-time thing. It's a one-hit wonder. But because I'm putting it out here, it allows for that multiplying effect. And there's a ton of different mediums. A Super Bowl ad, you'll hit 6 million people once, and that's it. You'll never hit them again. And you have a 30-second window where people can watch. Whereas this, people could watch this 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and still get value out of it. So there's many different creative mediums, and they all come with a different amount of leverage. Now, after you've figured out who your target market is, who are the scared people that I want to help, after you've figured out your marketing and your sales and what kind of creative medium you want to use, then it comes to what you are actually delivering. What am I giving you? What am I selling you? But what is the offer? What am I handing to you on a silver platter? And even something simple. It's like, oh, you're sitting there trying to scoop water out of a stream and drink it with your hands. And I'm like, hey, you got a quarter on you? You're like, yeah. I'm like, cool. Instead of trying to drink with your hands every day, do you want to buy this glass? Like, if you give me a quarter, I can go get another glass. I need 5 cents in gas for my moped, and a glass is 20 cents. So, it's a good deal. Give me 25 cents, I'll give you the glass. Solves your problem. Cool. That's the offer. Now, the offer, what the offer is it's the weapon that destroys the obstacle. So what is this person that you're trying to help ultimately need to get to where they're going? What's standing from in between where they are, where they want to be? What are the obstacles? And what are the weapons you can give them? And a lot of online stuff like this, it's training. So if you don't know marketing, what kind of marketing are you doing? Are you doing Facebook ads? Are you doing organic reach? Are you going to build a YouTube channel? Are you going to build a Facebook group? Do you need to know how to use ManyChat? Do you need to know how to hire virtual assistants or freelancers? What do you need in order to be successful? My job, what I sell, the offer I create, are the things that you need, the package you need to get from A to B. And yes, there might be milestones. We might be going from A to C. So the first offer that I have is, here, let me give you the things that you need to get from A to B. Once you're at B, then we'll talk about how to get to C. But the offer that you provide somebody is just, what is it that gets rid of all those obstacles? And that's it. And then the final thing, when I created this, I have it at the end. But when I put together the one-page business plan, I have it as second, so you know where you're taking people. So the first thing is you have people are scared. They're scared little monkeys. So where are they at? The ultimate destination is the dream. Right? So what is the dream of their future? What do they actually want? Not what have they been told they want, like, oh, go get your 9 to 5 and your pension and whatever else. What do they actually want? Paint that for them and make them believe that they can get there, and don't falsify it, don't blow smoke up their ass. If you know there is nothing actually stopping them from getting there because you can see what they can't, then that is the dream that you should be painting. The best example I use is $1 million in the bathroom. So if I walked into your favorite restaurant, you're sitting there eating, and I jump up on a table with a certified check, and I'm like, hey, everybody, this is a certified check for $1 million. I'm giving it to my assistant, and they're going to go put it in the guy's bathroom. I'm going to count to 3. Whoever gets there first gets to write their name on the check, and they get to keep it. Okay, y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, go. How fast would people run? They'd kill each other. They'd be sprinting in there, trying to get that money. There'd be chefs jumping out of the kitchen. They'd be getting fired, wouldn't care. Waitresses and bartenders would be beating people up trying to get there. There'd be little old ladies beating people with their walker or cane or whatever, trying to get there for $1 million. There's $35 trillion out there. How hard are those same people trying to get that money? They're not. Why? Because they can see the path to the bathroom. They know how to get there, which means they believe in themselves, which means that they will activate their energy to go and get it. So for us, and for me in these videos, and for life in general, and just being valuable to other humans, is all about painting the vision of an amazing future, giving them hope for a better future, providing that happiness, and making them believe that they can get there through your sales process. Using your marketing to enlighten that path, to uncover their eyes and show them what they need to see. Allow them to see that path to the bathroom, the path to their goal, so they believe that they can get there. Then they will actually expel the energy to go and do it. Their anxiety, their anticipation of anxiety and failure will go to anticipation of arousal, of being excited about what the future has to offer. So the dream is the ether. And where that comes from is, and it's funny because you can learn things. Like, you can learn things from the worst people or the best people, and then just take those tactics and strategies and use them for your own benefit. Like, I know Russell Brunson with his whole ClickFunnels coaching and training community. Like, he has fanatic followers. And Russell's a Mormon, but what he studied as far as getting people to follow and believe in him, he studied Hitler, he studied Charles Manson, he studied cult leaders and religious leaders, he studied, like Gandhi and and anybody that was able to get a following. He studied how they did it, but just didn't do the bad shit, right? I probably shouldn't swear in an intro video because it's probably going to kill reach. So anyways, but where the ether comes from, so the dream is the ether. It comes from, if you study con men, that's what they try to do. Like guys like Jordan Belfort when he was had Stratton Oakmont, or guys like Frank Abagnale, who Leonardo DiCaprio played in Catch Me If You Can. And if you study actual con men, one of the things they talk about is getting people under the ether, which means that you paint the good so strong that they forget about any sort of anything that could go wrong, or any reason that they should not have to believe. And when it's being used for something that's bad, when you know you're screwing someone, but you get them under the ether, and ether used to be used before anesthesia to put people under for surgery and stuff like that. But then they figured out it was carcinogenic, so they don't use it. But it's the same thing. You're basically putting them in a hypnotic state of belief so that they do what you want them to do. If it is if it's for a bad reason, then you're just an evil human. There's a karma bus out there for you somewhere that's going to come along and take you out. But if it's for a good reason, if you are using it to make somebody believe in themselves, if you can paint a vision that you know is possible for them, the way they are, not necessarily the way they believe, but what they believe, because they have very limiting beliefs, and they're probably lacking a lot of skill sets. But if you know that if they believe and they go and get the skill sets, that they will definitely be able to obtain their goals, then you're doing them a disservice if you can't get them under the ether and get them to believe in themselves and the vision to the extent where they actually put in the work and go and do it. So that was a real long explanation of why I'm building this channel. So why I'm building this channel is step number 2. Well, sort of, okay, it's all of it. I want to make people not scared. I want to, give people enlightenment so they can actually go after what they want in their life. I want to build their confidence. I want to, use this as a multiplier and have a positive coefficient on the spread of the information. I want to provide you with the weapons you need to just absolutely destroy whatever obstacles are in your way. And I want to be able to get you under that ether of, oh my God, that's amazing. And I'm not seeing any reasons why I can't do that. I had reasons, but now that this guy's blowing all my stupid reasons and excuses out the window, maybe I can go do that. Maybe I should watch a little more of this. And that's exactly what I want. It's not about me. I've spent a decade going and getting a stupid amount of information and going through all the dirt to find those little pieces of gold that will allow me to believe and in myself, to see the path and know that what I want is possible. And that every human being out there is the exact same. The only difference is what they learn and what they do. What you do with your brain, what you do with your time. I remember when I was in the film industry, that was it was one of the best things, but it's also taken a lot of reinforcement throughout decades of suffering and failure and mistakes and like everybody else. When I was in the film industry, working with some of the biggest celebrities in the world, it was interesting because you get out there and you see them screwing up a lot. Like the easiest line in the world. It's like, oh, the dog went to the street to go get a 6-pack. And they're like, the cat was smoking a cigarette and got hit by a car. And they're like, cut. Hey, Mr. Depp, that wasn't the line. That's not even part of the story. So we're going to cut, we're going to reset, and we're going to do another take. And what's funny is I just had to cut and do another take. Anyways, so that was, I found that it was very freeing because, it's take number 2, but then 13 hours later, when you get to take 40 for the exact same scene, and then finally they get it right, and they cut, and all of a sudden it's, okay, moving on, next scene. And all you ever see is that perfect shot where they nailed it. And when you see 2 hours of a movie, nothing but perfection, that's what you see. That's the facade. That's the smoke and mirrors. You don't see the 4,000 takes that ended up on the cutting room floor. So for me, that was very freeing, seeing those people that we put up on a pedestal are just normal human beings that screw up all the time. The only thing that differentiates them is that they know that it's okay to screw up. And they keep going and going and going and going. And that's like anybody. It doesn't matter who you're looking up to. What you should look up to people for their effort, for what they have done, not for who they are, just as a being, because we're all the same. We all come into this world the exact same way, naked and screaming. After that, like I said, what you do with your brain, what you do with your time. Focus on things that matter if you actually want to do things that matter and become somebody who matters, which is ultimately what we want, because we all want to be valuable. Because if we're a valuable member of the tribe, then we're safe because everybody loves us and they'll take care of us. When you go up Maslow's mountain, that is ultimately what will give us the biggest sense of fulfillment. So this video is a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but I wanted to give you a brief introduction as to why I'm building this channel. It's basically just to deliver as much information as I can for people to have a central place to do marketing and sales, which is the not so much the closing aspect of sales, but marketing a message to enlighten you, give you information on what's possible for you and everybody around you, and to give you the confidence that you need to go after what it actually is that you want in your life. So I am sure that for the first little bit, and who knows, actually probably for a lot of it, I'm just going to take what I learn and drop videos so that instead of sifting through all the dirt I had to search through to get to the gold, you can just come watch a 5-minute video, 2-minute video, hour-long video, and find that gold so you can apply it to your life and actually get what you want. Subscribe to the channel, leave comments, let me know what you want to learn, what you resonate with, what you don't resonate with, what you need help with. Questions, comments, concerns. If you want to, I'm sure you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, all those different places. I have groups. I'm sure I'll have tons of stuff that will be relevant to helping you get to where you want to go in your life. So that's what this whole channel is about. Bear with me. I haven't done it before. No, I've made little videos here and there, but as far as rolling out and scaling a channel, I haven't done it before. Any help would be appreciated. Tips, advice, as long as it's valid. And I don't really, opinions aren't really, everybody's got one. Most of them are absolutely irrelevant. So, yeah, other than that, it's just a conversation between people. Just me here trying to help you, and that's it. So, click subscribe and check out the other videos, and I will see you soon. Peace out.